This video is about journaling. There I was, after a long gaming session. Immediately turn off my PlayStation, run to the glass desk that we had, got out this journal. This was in 2021. Got out this journal, started journaling inside of it about my gaming sessions. Here's what I used to write. My Minecraft expedition, but do not mind that. I play on my PlayStation 4. I started a Minecraft world on Bedrock Edition. I'm actually reading this. This is me from 2021. I used the Desert Village seed as the seed in my opinion is the best. I plan to play on this world with my friends Ayan and Ra'is. Ayan was a bit lost as this was his first time playing Minecraft. I however did not get lost as this is my second time playing. No, sorry, it's my third time on this world seed. All the worlds got corrupted. We started the world and me and Ayan went to the nearest desert temple. We looted it and we got a lot of goodies. We then ventured to the nearest desert village. I'm going to stop reading. Journaling. What is journaling? Why should you journal? What are the benefits of journaling? What are the types of journaling? I didn't know that this was a mental health practice. I just did it because it felt fun and comforting and pleasurable, journaling about my video game experiences. Little did I know this was a practice done by many famous people. Marcus Aurelius, Churchill, all these famous people. They used to journal. Now, what is journaling? And what are the types of journaling? There are two types of journaling. Gratitude journaling and deep journaling. Let's start off with deep journaling. Deep journaling is when, by the way, all types of journaling in this video, all in the topic of journaling in this video, we're going to be talking about journaling with paper and pen, not with a device. When you hold a pen and you write with it on paper, the fact that it's slow gives you time to process your thoughts properly and judge whether this is rational or irrational, which comes to my first point of why you should journal. You see, in our constant day-to-day life, obviously we are flooded with brain. Our brain is flooded with thoughts irrelevant to the task at hand. I may be at the gym and I'm having a thought about my workout plan or my patterns or the food I'm eating, whatever. These thoughts are a signal of your brain to itself to think the thought through. If I have a constant thought about a book I want to read or a teacher in school, I get this constant thought about them and it circulates in my head. And in my day-to-day life, I have these tasks and I'm doing these tasks and I have this constant thought. That is my brain's signal to itself that you need to think this thought through. And me trying to focus on the task at hand and ignoring the thought, like we do with meditation, redirecting our focus back to the task. Yes, it cultivates mindfulness, but it only makes this thought grow more and more and more and more and more. As much as it is important for us to set aside time to meditate, it's also important for us to set aside time to mind drift and to get really attuned to our thoughts and put them down on paper. I'll give you an analogy. Earphones, when they're tangled, those are your thoughts. Those are your thoughts when they're tangled. Journaling is like releasing that tangle, releasing those tangled up wires. Releasing it. And it may not be fully straight, but the fact that you have straightened it out a bit, the fact that you've untangled your thoughts, that's good. That's what journaling does. Another analogy I can give is in the computer we have RAM, which is random access memory. And it processes data every few minutes, constantly working. That's like our brains, constantly working. Now, when we decide to sit down and journal, we're saving those thoughts from the RAM onto our HDD, our hard disk drive into our brain. We're basically saving those thoughts, putting them in our HDD. When I journal, I do not do it for I don't do it for vanity. I don't do it for the fact that I will read it in the future. So I do it as unfiltered and unadulterated as possible. Just get the paper and dump my thoughts into that paper. And you'll get to a moment where you've given the thought its attention it craves. You've journaled all about it, written all about it, and suddenly the last full stop you put, you feel like that thought is just saved, and you feel pleasurable afterwards. Hence the reason why I was journaling about video games in this period. How do you go about actually deep journaling? It's autistic advice. You open the book to a clean page. You get your favorite pen. The reason why I loved to write in this book was because the pen I was using went well with the paper. You get your pen, you get your book, you open it, and then ask yourself a question. This question is, what thought have I been constantly thinking about? What thought has been replaying in my mind? You ask yourself that question. Usually you'll get the thought instantly. Oh yeah, it's been my gym, it's been my diet, it's been this, meditation, inconsistently, whatever. You journal all about it. Whatever thought you get, you journal all about it. And suddenly it's like you have a lot to write. A lot of thoughts are going in and out. The fact that your pen and paper slows it down and pauses it in frame. In how there's a pause button on a remote, that's what journaling does. It pauses your thoughts and you articulate your thoughts and put them down on paper. Just as I said that, I've opened to a very autistic page of my journal. This was in 2021. And these were the goals I set for myself. The first goal is stay away from any girls. That was the first goal. And I ticked it. I was very autistic back then. The second one was make my parents happy. The third one was make friends with the teachers. The third one was be quiet. The fourth one was make peace, not war. The fifth one was to find good friends. Sixth one was have a personalized timetable. Seventh one is I should not spend a lot of time on my PlayStation. And then the caption is I've drastically changed. This brings me on to the second point. The way I see journaling, the way I see journals and the like, is that a journal, my journals, and this you should adopt this mindset to get you motivated to start journaling. My journals are a time capsule, a representation of the pain and struggles I was going through at the time, the pleasures I was going through at the time, and my current contemporary to that time, my traits, my character during that time. With each journal I've amassed a lot of journals since this point. This is my journal before self-improvement. My first journal before self-improvement. The second one is black, thick. My journals are a representation of the current person I was at that time. When in the event that I go back and read these journals, I'm filled with a lot of gratitude of the change that I've amassed ever since then. The change that I've amassed ever since then. And it makes me very, very, very happy and grateful for everything I've done. Now, we talked about deep journaling, and I'll summarize it in the following sentence. Open a book, favorite book. You get your favorite pen. Ask yourself what thought has been circulating in my mind now. Find that thought. Take that thought down, fully articulate it and express it into the book, and you'll get to a point where there's no more to write about that thought, and that thought has just been saved and your thoughts have been untangled. Second type of journal. Gratitude journaling is a simple act of writing down points that you are grateful for. For example, I am grateful for X, Y, Z. I'll give you an example right now. Practical example. I am grateful for this journal I got. I got this journal from Toys R Us store in 2021 when I was just getting to know about self-improvement, getting to know about the sort of basis gist of self-improvement. And I'm grateful for this journal as it is a representation of who I was back then and how I thought, my frame of mind. I'm grateful. How do you gratitude journal and what are the effects of gratitude journaling? Gratitude journaling has a potential to make you happy. Let me explain that. We have manual thoughts and automatic thoughts. Our manual thoughts are what we want to think about, what the thought I implant in my mind right now. Say I want to think about a business idea. That's a manual thought. I want to think about it, not automatically, but it happens in my thought. I choose to think about it. There's the fix. I choose to think about it. Automatic they happen in the background involuntarily, without our control. They just happen. You may catch yourself drifting and you get those thoughts automatically. You don't do this involuntarily. You get those thoughts. Those are automatic thoughts, and these are usually self-deprecating thoughts, negative thoughts. I don't look big enough. I'm small, look ugly. I'm fat. No one likes me. Those are automatic thoughts. Manual thoughts are the affirmations you put in your mind. I'm smart, I'm happy, I'm good looking, I'm this, I'm that. Affirmations. Those are manual thoughts. You choose to think about them. Now, what gratitude journaling does is when you constantly say to yourself, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. When you constantly do that, you'll be training your automatic brain to have automatic gratitude thoughts. As a result of gratitude journaling, you going about your day, you'll automatically have these gratitude thoughts. I will be sitting in a car and say, oh, that tree looks nice. I'm grateful for that tree. Oh, this phone looks good. I'm grateful for this phone. Oh, that cactus plant there. Oh, look, it looks good. I'm grateful for that. Automatic thoughts. When you constantly gratitude journal, you reinforce these automatic gratitude thoughts. You don't choose to think these gratitude. They just happen in the background. And that's powerful. There's a lot of backing science about the potential of gratitude to be the one scientific way to happiness. It's simple, but it's very effective. How can you implement this gratitude, deep journaling and thinking blocks into your day? Every morning when you wake up, get your journal out and write 5 things you're grateful for, and make sure you have to mention I am grateful for. You have to repeat that. I am grateful for, and soon you'll be writing 1 point per page, and that's the goal. That to get as deep into possible into this gratitude practice. Suddenly you'll associate the mornings, the wonderful mornings, with gratitude, and you'll wake up in this positive mood, ready to write things you're grateful for. At night, before you go to bed, as part of your unwinding routine, have a block, 30-minute block, where you sit down, stare into your wall, and think those thoughts that currently appear in your brain. Think them through. Imagine a sponge. Imagine a sponge, and that being your brain. And as the sponge accumulates, as it soaks up with water, that's your brain soaking up with all the thoughts. When you think those thoughts through, it's like you're wringing out that sponge. You're wringing it out. Okay, you're squeezing out all that water. Do that with that thinking block. Then, if there's any need, go out to your journal and fully take down those thoughts. Do a thought dump, where you just unfiltered and just dump it through and write down, I'm thinking about this. That person looked at me weird yesterday, and I don't like the way she looks at me. Or that guy, he looked at me in this way. I didn't want to be. Stuff like that. Deep, unfiltered. Write for the thoughts, not for the reader. That's it. That's journaling in its entirety, and you have to. Now, I told you this, and you're not going to do it because you have limiting beliefs in your brain. You think it won't work for you. Okay, you think it won't work. You think you're so special. You think you're so special, and you won't listen to me, and it won't work for you. For those who have the top 1%, for those who are watching the video and you're the top 1%, take my advice. But for the others, if you don't want to, watch how your thoughts and your mental health will go down as you don't listen to my advice. But if you listen to my advice, watch your mental health get better. Over and out.